Direct from the source. And here we have Oliver Sloup standing by. And Oliver happens to be with Blue Line Futures. Oliver, good to have you with us to kick off the week here. It seems like we kind of faded after the market opened up today.
Yeah, we're starting off on a little softer footing. Corn is hovering right around that psychologically significant 350 level, which I think could be taken almost as a silver lining, considering last week's USDA report was relatively bearish. It's almost like there's a seller's strike. Producers don't really want to sell anything down here, and funds already with a sizable net short position don't want to sell anymore. Funds have a record short for this time of year. They're short about 131,000 contracts, and it doesn't look like they're willing to add to that even after those bearish numbers. So we're just hovering here. If we can get some sort of catalyst to get a little footing underneath us, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of those funds start to cover a little bit. The key technical resistance pocket we're looking at throughout the week is going to be 357.25 to 360. This represents the 50-day moving average. This is significant to us because we have not seen a close above this since going back to July. If we're able to achieve that, I think that's when you encourage funds to buy back some of their short positions.
All right, now as we get deeper into the harvest period here, of course, a lot of folks wondering how much harvest progress was made. We'll get a new update from USDA later on this afternoon. But at what point do you think the trade will shift its focus away from U.S. harvest progress to planting progress in South America?
Well, I think some of the focus has shifted towards South America, but as you had mentioned, we are watching harvest throughout the states. I think the consensus is around here is for about 30% complete. That's about up 8% from last week, so it's still got a ways to go. It looks like the weather's clearing up, give producers a chance to get out there and get some of that out of the field and give us a little bit better idea of what we're working with.
Okay, so let's take a look at the wheat trade once again here on the wheat market in Chicago. Does this concern you where we opened up higher this morning and then turned around by about, roughly a nickel or so, almost 6 cents now off of its earlier high, and it's gone lower on the day again? I mean, we're already pretty much at the lows.
Yeah, rallies have been sold into, and anyone that's taken advantage of that has done fairly well over the past several months, and that's what we're seeing again. We know there's a lot of wheat out there, and Russia's going to produce record amounts, and the EU and UK are also going to produce a lot of wheat. Really wanting to see, we were looking for a little bit higher test. 446 was the 50-day moving average, and again, as with corn, we haven't closed above that since July, and I think until we see a close above that, the bears remain in control, and I would expect to see a test of those contract lows near 422.5.